Welcome to the channel. A little bit of a rainy day, so I'm just going to share this guy, which is a little bit wet at the moment. Foraging bag made from kangaroo leather. So this is the foraging bag made from kangaroo leather. I'm really quite proud of this piece of kit. Just works really well. But I'll kind of take you through the design process, how it kind of happened, how I made this. And it's really a custom order. I'm going to offer this up again as a regular item in my shop. But I had a customer in Tasmania who had bought quite a few of my items, seems to like my work. And he had this sack, he had this sort of cotton sack made by a company called Goshawk. I think it's one of these kind of like freebie type things. And what he was doing, he was putting this in his main backpack and putting things like his billy can and his stove in it. Yeah, so it kind of had his camp kitchen gear in it. And then when he set up camp, he took this little bag and he used it as a foraging bag. So he took it and put tinder in it, a little bit of firewood, wild edible plants, materials for crafting, that kind of thing. So it was a lightweight kind of foraging bag, and he really liked it, but he wanted to kind of upgrade the materials and kind of make something like this out of leather, essentially, as opposed to this rather flimsy kind of cotton material. Okay, again, I think this came with a stove or something like that, or maybe it was just one of these kind of freebie things. I'm not overly familiar with this company. There's a few different things like this kicking around. But he wanted a leather version of this, so this is the foraging bag that I have made. Okay, I completely love this material. So this is drum stuffed oiled kangaroo leather from Birchall Leather in Sydney. It's an incredibly strong leather. You really can't break this. I've got a little bit of scrap material here, and you know, there's no way you can really break this. The whole thing's hand sewn, and one of the things I really love about this leather, apart from, you know, this durability, is just the way it looks. Because you notice here how it just sort of blends in to a lot of the tones you get in the Australian landscape. So that's a gum leaf, there's a bit of bark off a gum tree. It just really reflects the natural landscape we have here, and it's kind of it's almost like a camouflage almost, without even intending to be that way. So again, the foraging bag, again, you can see the sort of lineage of the design, sort of kind of copying the same basic concept. I've changed the design a little bit. I've added in a few keepers at the top here. Okay, so we've got a couple of D-rings here. We've got this cord. I've kind of kept this cotton cord. I was going to use hemp, but it didn't really work out. I'm using this cotton cord, very similar to the original, a little bit thicker, but I've actually dyed it, just sort of blends in a little bit better. Okay, and this leather has this marbling effect, and one of the things, if you kind of mark it like this, you can actually kind of rub it out, and it kind of looks a little bit like oil canvas you'd get in a dryer or bone. Yeah, just flip it over, you have a look at the other side. Old school copper rivets. These are really strong attachments, and I've just created a simple closure system at the top here. And if you're carrying tinder or firewood or something like that, part of the idea here is, I'll just show you quickly, as you can kind of do this thing, so you can kind of have it sticking out if you're just carrying a lot of branches or something like that. And I've got a few items in there at the moment. So I just got a little Scout canteen. What else have I got in there? I think a beanie or something. Yeah, a beanie. Okay. And then I've just added a little keeper, just for keys, or you could add a folding knife or something like that. Just a little attachment point for something you don't want to lose. So here you go, the drum stuffed oiled waxed foraging bag. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it, but it's probably just going to call it the oiled kangaroo foraging bag, I think. Really cool little bit of kit, worked out really well. There are multiple ways you can carry this guy. This is the backpack option. Pretty good. You can also just cinch up one side like that. You've got something pretty close to a haversack. Or just go over like that. That's my preferred carrying option. Another thing you can do, this is maybe reaching there a little bit. Excuse me. Got yourself a chest carry. Right, you need all the capacity in your backpack. Carry some stuff on your front of your body. Kind of looks like an old-fashioned Mae West life preserver, but if you're really a pinch, you need all the carrying capacity you can get, you could do that for sure. And even if you're foraging, sometimes you're foraging berries and stuff like that, you can just have this on your chest and put things in, have it open. That's another option. Also, you can just carry it in your hand. You know, you could shorten this. If you've got a swag or a bedroll, you could carry it a little bit like a canvas water bottle like that. Okay, again, you can shorten that further. So there's multiple different ways you can use this. And again, the original design concept was for it to be carried in a larger rucksack, yeah, and used for storage in a larger rucksack. This cotton rope can be swapped out if you prefer paracord. You know, I can do that. Okay, this is quite comfortable though. So thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe. Please check out my shop, Howling Dingle, on the Etsy website, and I will be back as soon as I can with another video. And thank you very much.